What's going on, everybody? Marvel the Cross 316 back with another comic book flashback. And today, folks, we are looking at Tales to Astonish issue number 60. And today, folks, starting in this video, we'll be looking at the second part to every Tales to Astonish issue until the run ends, because what we're going to see here in these Tales to Astonish issues is that they feature the Hulk. So we'll be looking at the first of Hulk's own little series here that runs more than 6 issues. As we saw, there's only 6 original Incredible Hulk issues, and now starting in this issue, we're going to see Hulk in his own limited series here. So pretty cool stuff. Like I said, beginning with this issue, old Greenskin and his fun-loving friends will be co-featured each and every month, as long as you can stand it, in Tales to Astonish, starring the world's strongest mortal who dares to ask the burning question: can a man with green skin and a petulant personality find true happiness in today's status-seeking society? And this issue is brought to you by Stan Lee, who wrote this issue, illustrations by Steve Ditko, inking by Gio Bell, and the lettering page by Sam Rosen. And this issue came out in October of 1964. So now let's go ahead and get started. With this great issue, we see that Hulk is in the hidden cave where he tends to change and transform to the Hulk or change back to Bruce Banner, and he is changing back to Bruce Banner. Hulk doesn't want to change back to Bruce Banner, but it looks like he says, "It's too late. It's over. I'm myself again. The Hulk is gone. Thank heaven the nightmare has ended once more." What has ended? How do I know what is reality? Am I really Bruce Banner, or is the Hulk my true self? If only I could find a way to stop myself from changing. And then what we're going to see is General Thunderbolt Ross wondering once again, where is Bruce Banner? Bruce Banner tends to be disappearing all the time, and General Thunderbolt Ross is getting more impatient by every issue. We also see that he's with his daughter, Betty Ross, as we know, that has a huge crush and love interest towards Bruce Banner. For some reason in this issue, she has gray hair. I don't understand. But anyway, I don't know if they were trying to make her look older or what. But anyway, what we see is Bruce Banner has built this gigantic robot. It's supposed to be missile proof, and it's supposed to be tested out on the site here. But Bruce Banner is nowhere to be seen. Now this is where we're going to be introduced to our mysterious character here. We don't know exactly who he is, but he's in the shadows, and he's going to be our villain for this issue. And so he knows that Bruce Banner has built this robot, and he's going to do his best to find out more about it. And so finally Bruce Banner shows up on the scene here, and Betty's like, "I told you, Dad, it's Bruce. He would return. I told you." And he's like, "Banner, where in Sam Hill have you been? I was all set to test that infernal robot of yours without you." Bruce Banner says, "That won't be necessary, sir. I'll do it." And then Betty says, "Bruce, you know I don't want to pry into your private life, but these strange disappearances of yours, Dad is always ready to think the worst. And as for me," but Bruce says, "I'm sorry, Betty. I can't explain. You'll have to trust me. You'll just have to be patient until the day I can tell you more." But she's like, "Oh, Bruce, I do trust you. I know I do." So Bruce finally realizes why he changes to the Hulk so much, and it's because of stress. The mere pressure of changing to Hulk, or just being stressed or getting angry, causes him to change into the Hulk. So what he now has to do is he has to realize that he has to keep calm. But that's not going to be easy, as we see that now General Thunderbolt Ross is demanding that the robot be set up by tomorrow morning and have everything under control and set up. But Bruce still has to make some minor adjustments here, but General Thunderbolt Ross is not going to have any of it, so that's going to add more pressure to Bruce Banner here. So he works all night trying his best to get his robot ready for the morning, when all of a sudden he hears a bunch of footsteps, and it's that guy that we don't know about, who's a mysterious character. And because of the excitement, Bruce Banner changes to the Incredible Hulk here, and now Hulk has his own personality, and he's only out to seek revenge and attack his enemies. So he jumps off here, and we see that mysterious figure um, basically comes into that laboratory where the robot's at, jumps inside the robot, and is then going to beat this guy up. And so we see that in the morning, the robot shows up. General Thunderbolt Ross thinks that Bruce Banner is controlling the robot, and we see that these men come to General Thunderbolt Ross saying, "Look, sir, we found this man. He's been knocked unconscious outside of the robot room." And he's like, "It must have been Banner." And he said, "Banner must have cracked up or something. We got to stop him." And we see that Betty's like, "It can't be." And so we see tanks can't stop this robot. Nothing can stop the robot. Finally, whoever's controlling this is going to then smash this tank. And the guy says, "Sir, we've lost contact with the drone tank. The robot must have somehow destroyed it." So what? "Alert all units. I want every able-bodied man. That robot must be stopped." And we find out that the guy that came into the robot is now stuck inside the robot. He can't get out. But he doesn't care, because now he feels like he's invincible and he can do anything he wants. Then the Hulk is going to show up, realizes that Banner must have built it, and he's now going to attack it. And we see that even the Hulk is not going to be able to stop this red robot, this indestructible robot. Hulk lifts up a gigantic rock, throws it at the robot, and it doesn't even make a scratch. So Hulk gets more and more furious, and because of that, there's so intense is his rage, so livid is his fury, that he is unaware of the telltale symptoms which indicate that he is about to change identities once more, as he keeps pounding and pounding, but to no avail. Although he isn't yet aware of it, his heartbeat has speeded up, his pulse rate has changed, and his blood cells are beginning to affect another change in his chemical makeup. And then it begins to happen. As his head seems to whirl in a dizzy fog, he's going to change back to Bruce Banner, and he slides down this hill so he won't be seen. We see that a bunch of General Thunderbolt Ross's men discovers the body of Bruce Banner. Betty Ross is just so happy to see that Bruce is okay, and now we're going to see that General Thunderbolt Ross thinks that Bruce Banner is just the worst now, because he thinks he's responsible for the destruction of this the robot's been doing to his tanks. He said, "Sir, it seems Banner is telling the truth. The robot has been sighted in the desert, is moving under its own power, so somebody else must be inside it." And so Bruce is like, if I can only rebuild that robot, make a new robot, then I'll be able to defeat the other one. But General Thunderbolt Ross says, "Forget it, Banner. I'll stop that robot of yours, and I'll do it my way. You've caused enough harm around here already. As far as I'm concerned, I still don't trust you as far as I can throw you, and I'm going to report my suspicions to the Pentagon. I don't care how big a genius you're supposed to be." And then Bruce says, "Betty, he must be right. He may be right. Perhaps I shouldn't remain here any longer." And so what we're going to see is Bruce is going to pack up his things and leave, knowing that there's this gigantic robot that's indestructible, causing a lot of harm, and not even the Hulk is able to stop it. So what is going to happen next issue, folks, in issue number 61? Will Bruce Banner build a new robot? Is the Hulk going to find a way to defeat it? We're going to have to find all this out in the next issue of Tales to Astonish, issue number 61. I hope to see you there. But for now, go ahead and give this video a like. Comment down below what you liked about this issue. Subscribe if you have not. And I will see y'all in the next one.